Bluegrass Wood and Wild. Today we're going to be doing some power carving. We'll be making a fork, a spoon, and a plate. I hope you all enjoy the video. Alright guys, so we've got our plate all marked out. I've got it cut down the best I could. I'm going to take a real aggressive chuck on the angle grinder and trim in these corners real good. I'm going to go ahead and start to surface it and get a little bit of depth into the plate. We've got the rough cut of our plate. I've got that nice lip on it. I'm going to end up cleaning it up some with a small rotorer tool. But before we do anything else, I'm going to sweep because this is a mess and I did not think it was going to be this bad, but it sure is. So I'm going to show y'all me cleaning up, and it won't be a lot, but then I'll show you all the rest of the process on this plate. All right, so we're gonna go in with a rotorer tool, start to clean this up, go around these edges, start to clean it up. I'll probably take the taper in a little more, but I'll show you all doing that now. So I got the dimensions that I wanted roughly. I'm going to go in with a small sander on the rotorer tool, and then on the orbital sander I'm going to go ahead and hit the bigger, larger areas and get everything smoothed out. So we got a hairline crack. I am just going to fill it with sawdust. We're going to take a little bit of CA glue, put it down. Got it packed, so it should be good. I'm going to keep sanding now. Well, I'm going to take a break from sanding. It's almost done on the bowl, but I'm going to go ahead and get started on our fork and our spoon. I've got it drawn out here. I'm going to go ahead on the cross-cut sled and cut as much extra as I can off. That way when I go to actually carving the fork, it'll be a whole lot easier. took a little coffee break. Hands were cramping up a little bit, but now we are gonna go and we're gonna start our spoon. I already have it all lined up, marked out. I'm gonna go ahead, start cutting into it a little bit, getting the concave of the spoon, and then I'm gonna take it over to the table saw with the push sled, clean it up a bit, and then I'm gonna start whittling away at it. So I'll show you all that now. Alright, so I took it in a little too much here. I'm going to try to work around it. The depth I'm happy with. So I'm going to go ahead and start whittling and try to work around this piece here. See if I can get it fixed. So I ended up doing a wedge in that section that I cut too deep. I'll end up taking a flush cut saw to it, but right now I'm gonna go with my rotor tool and start to clean up the edges more, get a little deeper in the actual spoon portion, and start thinning it out a bit and rounding out my handle. Well, I've got my fork and my spoon done, and my plate. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna have to do a bunch of hand sanding due to where it's gonna be hard. I don't have anything really to get up into the crevices of it, but I'm gonna do some fine sanding on these. I'm gonna probably end up finishing it with a 220. So I will come back to y'all once that's done. So we went ahead and we got everything sanded down to a 220 grit. I went ahead and I wiped it off. I'm going to go ahead now and cover it in a linseed oil, give it a good shine and shimmer. So I'm going to show you all that now. All right, guys, so I've got it sitting. I'm going to let it sit for a minute, take in that linseed oil, and then I'm going to wash off any residue that might be left over, and then it should be ready to use. After it was sitting in the linseed oil, our fork, our spoon, and our plate turned out really well. I'm real happy with it. I'm ready to eat with it, and I just want to thank you all for watching the video, and hopefully I'll see y'all real soon.